Folks, we're going to drive over to my storage unit and check on the Nissan.
In shreds, soaking wet. I had a different story in the back of that airplane, and mine was more violent and more... The uniform just went to pieces. I can't explain. I'm just not ready to put it on yet.
To this day, Welsh still hasn't put on her uniform. At the time of the accident, she and the rest of the crew were on the final leg of a 4-day trip when the plane lost power. Co-pilot Jeff Skiles was the one who first spotted the birds. When you felt them hit the aircraft, did you know right away what they had done to the engines?
Both engines went right back to kind of a hushed state. And that's probably just about as bad as it gets when you're an airline pilot to hear that.
Which brings me to you all. Did you know what was going on?
It was so quiet, and Donna and I were seated beside each other. She was there, and I was here, and it was so quiet. And I said, "What was that?" And I whispered, and you did say maybe a bird strike.
What was the sensation inside the cabin after the birds hit the engines?
I had some panic in the back, and I got out of my seat, and I calmed everyone down. I said, "It's okay." I said, we might have lost one engine. We'll circle around. And so I thought, well, everything is okay. And then I heard the old brace for impact.
What was your reaction to hearing those words?
Well,
Terror.
Yeah, and I thought,
terror.
Okay, we're going to crash on the runway.
We began yelling, "Brace, brace, heads down, stay down. Brace, brace, heads down, stay down." What did the passengers do when you started giving these commands?
They were not getting in the brace position. They were looking out the window. People were just looking to see what was happening.
Were they screaming, crying, praying? Was it quiet?
People were making cell phone calls in the back, but most of the people that I could see were in their brace position. And that was so fast.
Let's talk about the moment of impact. Doreen, you were sitting in the back of the plane. What was the impact like there?
The back of the plane hit first, correct? It was violent. Horrible. Things flew out.
Meanwhile, at the front of the plane, what was it like there?
We were thinking that wasn't so bad. I mean, it was a hard impact, and I thought, well, the gear must not have been down because there was no bounce to it. It was just a slam. When I got out of my seat and saw that water, it was the most shocked I've ever been in my life. Wasn't expecting that.
But as soon as you hit, people were getting up, trying to get out.
They did not try to get out until Sully said evacuate.
Once the plane landed, what was the scene like inside that cabin?
I could see that I could open my door because the water, I could see it was lower than the door. So I opened my door and my chute automatically came out. It automatically inflated. It sounds wonderful to hear your chute opening up. And then they started coming, and Donna was working her door, but there was no pushing and shoving.
Was it a little chaotic?
No, there was nothing said, and there was no eye contact. They were just going.
But in the back of the plane, it was a very different story.
A passenger had come back and pushed back me and opened the door just enough that the water came flooding in. And I went back twice and tried to reclose it. It would only go so far, it wouldn't stop, and the water was just rising. Garbage cans were floating, coffee pots were floating like at this level, and things were flying. It was crazy back there.
The impact was so powerful that it tore a hole under the airplane's tail. Doreen Welsh feared she and some of the passengers would not get out alive as water was pouring into the cabin.
By the time I left there, it was here. There was no doubt in my mind it was over. And I just went crazy and started yelling people and pushing people and getting people to go over the seats.
Care. Nobody cares about your piece of shit car.